think we're all set to go. Yeah, I got you guys. I see you. Let me turn this down. Boom. All right. Well, hello, Chad. Good evening. Welcome to another Chipz podcast. All right. I'm your host, as always, the V. We start now. Core and Gremlin Yee should be on their way. I accepted their request, so yeah, I was on Do Not Disturb. That was a remnant from Rob's lobby when I was chilling in Rob's lobby. I didn't want anybody to mistakenly come into the lobby when I was RPing. Not that they could fuck that one up, you know, but there was already a lot of people, and I don't want random people showing up. I didn't know if it was an open lobby and stuff, because yeah, it was just safest to do that. The Robber. Yeah, we did a little bit of Rob lobby RP. It was fun. We chilled. We had a good time. We actually have to go again this week on Thursday. In theory, unless Rob is just literally gonna string me along every week, which could be funny. We'll see. Can't believe that man gaslit me into thinking that I was the one that wasn't where I was supposed to be, and he was waiting for me all day. Yeah, sure. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. Ah, man. So if you guys were here for the last podcast we had, oh, never mind. Hold on one second. Oi.
Hi.
Hey, come on down.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Meow.
Hi.
Yo.
I take this seat. Oh my god, the chair and the
Yeah.
everything is so. Why don't you have any halfling size furniture, man?
Do you want a stool?
How dare you?
Oh.
No, I can
Fine,
provide you
have
a
an air
stool.
chair. I have
No.
an air
You know
chair,
what?
thank you
No,
very
it's
much.
fine. It's fine. I'm all about
Fine, look,
inclusion,
I have
okay?
the magic. I have magic. I can use the air chair.
How are you providing a stool?
How are you providing a stool?
I mean, what do you mean how am I providing a stool? We're out! Son of a... Watch out for
You literally just... Yeah.
Show us the stool. I want to see the stool.
Well, it's not like it's an exact stool. I was just gonna get like a bucket or a box and put it...
This is a booster seat for halflings.
Right, I mean, come on, I'm inclusive here. You don't think I thought of this?
You're
Of course
so
I...
accommodating.
Thank you. I have boxes lying around. Okay,
I
well,
know how Linux feels.
the problem is there's just not enough short people. This is really the unfortunate truth. I agree. We need more halflings, dwarves. I want dwarves. I really want dwarves.
I agree. We need more dwarves, like traditional dwarves. I 100%
Yeah.
agree.
Absolutely.
There was a few of them in the GMA arc, but they were like NPC dwarves, and I was like,
We needed more. We just needed more.
We need more.
Please. Oh, oops. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get our.
Hopefully, some of the new people make dwarves. Oh, there's still hope. I remember when I was playing ish.
Nah,
they put one of them was a dwarf for the tryouts.
For the tryouts, yes, but I don't think we have any, unfortunately.
Forever short.
Forever alone. It's
Speak for
okay.
yourself.
What do you mean? Well, who else is short on campus?
Oh no, you said forever alone. I was like, speak for yourself.
Well, I don't mean like relation. I just meant like short, being able to relate to somebody on the same level. But
I guess. There was.
I have.
Hoshi's
I
like
did have
a little bit, like a little bit, just only a little bit taller than half the halflings, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like the tallest of the halflings because I'm technically half halfling,
Okay.
half human.
Hold on 1 second. I just need to adjust.
Oh wait,
a
maybe
little
I
bit
should
more.
put on the voice. Is that it? Would that be
Hmm?
better? If I
You
put
can
on
do
the
whatever
voice?
you want.
Oh, do you actually do a voice for them or what?
Yeah, it's slightly higher, and I have an over exaggerated accent.
So you just take your original accent and
It's my
enhance it,
normal.
or?
This is my normal. This is my normal voice, and then I just pitch it up a little higher, and then I put on the accent.
And then you just kind of
for
hit
Nika.
it, you clip it a little bit.
And then I hit it, and I clip it, and I do the other things. Yes.
Listen, I understand all about that. I did Fabio for a
It's
very long
probably-
time. This is how I did Fabio. Yes.
Yes, Fabio. Fabio is very romantic. Yes. No.
Maybe.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah. So it's like short people have a place in my heart, and I have 1,000 jokes that I can go all day with. I'm gonna be honest.
I've probably heard
Yeah.
them all because I am short in real life. So go ahead.
Oh,
I've probably heard them all.
yeah. Well, okay. Well, anyways, I mean, obviously, I've kind of
You play what
With
you
me-
know. So.
Linnick and I had a special rapport.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, I really haven't picked on Hoshi as far as short. A little bit.
No.
Just a
Oh,
little bit about
Hoshi's not
Not
smallness.
really.
Oh, she's a cat. She's supposed to be like small.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like they get
But,
away
like,
with it.
So we can forgive her
If you
for
like,
being
if you
small.
got fun, if you made fun of Hoshi while
Even
she's
then.
like this, though, you feel bad.
True.
No, but the thing is that when Hoshi got her magical cat form, magical girl form, she was still like she ended up being taller than Dita, and Dita took that personally. Dita was like,
Uh.
that was so funny.
"You're taller."
So we have some things to discuss. So on this
We're gonna jump
show,
into it?
well, yes,
no.
I've been sitting here reeling for the last, I don't know, many
no.
moons, as we've learned more and more about our cast, and not really the cast, but the players, and the characters and such. And my question to you is,
Yes.
okay, your character is what affinities right now?
Right now and always has been wind and dark.
Okay, wind and dark.
Mark.
All right. Now,
Wind
do you-
more than dark because she's still learning like a few like
do
she's
you?
still yes, sorry.
Well, no. What's she doing with the? She's learning what?
She's learning how to perform any dark spells because since she's from GMA and GMA had that rule that you stick with what you know, you stick with your primary affinity. Her
Right.
primary affinity is wind. Now that she's out of GMA and she can like spread her wings out a little more, she's starting to lean into her like the dark spells more. And during Fallbrook, she found a book that taught her her first dark spell, which was Smokescreen.
Now,
hasn't
do
been
you
able to use that yet.
think? Because some people have this like mental taboo that, ooh, dark affinity bad, right? Because magic
No.
users and right. Are you afraid you're gonna be pigeonholed as an evil person, or maybe even perverted by the
Nope.
power in which you wield?
No more than she's already grown up thinking because she's from Abagua. She's like, oh no, anything magical is bad. It took her a long time to come to terms with, oh wait, magic isn't something you should be shunned, it should be celebrated. And then after that, an accident happened, and then she was forced to learn magic, and then she was found by her teacher at GMA, and then she was sponsored at GMA, and then yeah, that's her, like that's how her backstory went. But
Yeah.
as far as dark affinities go, no, she doesn't think it's bad. She has
Okay.
a distinct separation in her mind between what is dark magic, like the affinity, and like the darkness, like the evil
Sure.
bad stuff.
Sure. But do you think
Me,
that you will ever be tempted, the character,
God,
to
I've
be
been- I've
swayed to
been
do
waiting that
something
since-
bad? Are you gonna be
I've been
like,
waiting
you're gonna look at
that.
Hoshi and be like, I'm gonna throw him off the bridge.
Throw him
not
off the bridge. I don't think Dita has it in her. No, I don't think. I don't think she would. I don't think she would actually like be tempted like that. It would take. It would have to take a lot, something like really drastic, in order to make her change.
Oh, really? But there is something
Yeah.
that could. Did you think there's something that could make you change, or?
Probably she does have her. She does have her weaknesses. She does have her dark moments.
No, say it ain't so.
Basically, it's up to. It's basically up to her self-esteem. It's her. It's in her self-esteem. Like she's a shy little wallflower, and if the darkness like whispers the right sweet nothings to her,
You're gonna
then she
curb
might-
stomp somebody?
Oh my god! Like. Oh my god! Just because she hasn't before doesn't mean that she doesn't have it in her.
Oh God, really?
Oof. Nah. She's too much. She's too much. She's too much. She's too much of a sweet bean.
Oh,
I don't think she's.
my heart.
I don't think she has it in her. No. I don't think she has it in her. Even during any of the. I've made it a point. Even during any of the all the fighting and everything, all of her fighting has been purely support. It's just been shield or defensive magic, or even if she does use her wind powers, it's usually like repelling or like cutting the enemies to like push them away and stuff like that. She's never actually like killed anybody, thankfully, but like
Not
she's
even
always
in
been,
like
in the
accidentally
support.
on battle, like in any of
There's some weird parts in her backstory where she has to have protected her family is a merchant family, and so she being the only person to have magic, she would be in charge of protecting the caravan. So she would occasionally whip up a small sandstorm, and if any bandits got caught in it and got hurt, then hey, that's up to them, but it wasn't up to her to like go out and rescue them afterwards.
Okay. But during like the Ascension Academy battles, like you haven't like the graveyard fight. Did you have to put down any of the Dark Cult Order?
No.
Not you didn't. Not
pushed
one.
them away. Nope. She pushed them away. She tried to capture a few of them. A few of them did literally blow up on her, but it wasn't because she. It does. It wasn't
they were
because she
suiciding,
killed
right?
them. She,
A lot of them, yeah.
I remember I remember the very first one. It was Mason, Dita, and Professor. Oh shoot, what's his name? The one with the scythe. I keep forgetting his name.
Cassidy.
Cassidy. There we go. It was us. We were trying to capture one of them alive, and we were like suppressing them, and then the NPC was like, "I blow up," and we were like, should we call a DM? Is this gonna like reflect negatively on us? Like is there something like poisonous in their blood? It got all over us, and she wasn't traumatized by that, but she was
emotional
like,
damage.
Yeah,
That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Yeah.
I mean,
Is
do you
this
want to?
profession for you?
She didn't actively go out
What
of
do you
her
mean?
way to actually like kill anybody.
After the last few people we had on.
Well, no,
a
I'm
little
just
refreshing.
curious. I just want to see where people are at this point. At this point, I'm getting a pulse on Baralic Order here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't killed anyone yet. I like that, Wolves.
Okay, well now I'm like analyzing it. It's like, okay, well what about the Battle of Fallbrook? You didn't have to kill a wolf or a vamp there?
She was mostly in the back lines. I think during
She's doing a lot
the
of protection,
fighting
right?
with the there was a fight there during the fighting with all the werewolves in like right before them going into the manor. There was some confusion as to I guess, are these actual people? Like, are these like actual like bad guys, or are these just misguided folks? And she was just like repelling them, pushing them away. If they kept coming, she would like cut them down, but she never actually like went on to like actually like final stroke coup de grace somebody. That's not
So
her to do
do
that.
you know?
Didn't
Well,
finish anyone.
Okay, so
She may have assisted. I guess you can say she may have assisted in killing, but she's
oh well,
never
we've killed
killed.
hundreds while you've been a part of
That-
us.
yeah.
Damn right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, that's
yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, whether you're pushing them away
Like,
for your
she-
teammates to slaughter them, you're still part of the slaughter.
Exactly.
So how does your character get through that? Is your way of handling it then like because you feel like you're pushing them away, you're not actually doing it, so thus you're okay, or what's the mental
There's-
process there?
At the moment, she classifies them as okay. They're being really mean. They're being really bad guys. Just push them away. Just I don't know how to.
push them away like
If
the
they
thoughts.
accidentally like break their
push
neck,
Them, exactly. Push
that-
them away like the bad thoughts.
okay, and if they break their neck on the push away, that just happens.
And, if they happen to fall off a cliff and she hasn't seen it, then. No, just kidding.
Don't do this to me, Gore. Please.
That was your own salvation. Dana was the chosen one. You were supposed to save us.
The chosen one.
This is ostensibly your fault.
We were
no,
looking for someone
she's-
light this day. All right.
No, but she's it's a part. It's I guess it's a product of how she was brought up. She was brought up in a cruel society, and if you've done things wrong, then I guess you just expect the worst. These guys have been terrorizing like a town of people. She's not gonna kill them, but at the same time, she might, break a leg or two and make sure like you don't move. She actually agreed with Ryder during that thing, the bad thing, but that was because she grew up in that type of society. Because she grew up in that type of society, she didn't see what was wrong with it until somebody else explained it to her. That okay, maybe that was a bad thing. That's not something that is done outside of Abagua. Just because,
Okay. Well, I mean, Abagua is a rough place. So tell me
Yeah.
then like, are you a Baguan racist then?
What? Wait, no.
Well, because a lot of them hate a lot of people, like a lot of them, and like want to throw them in a pit.
She hates the Inquisition. She hates the.
Okay,
hates
you're on that side of the
the
fence.
Inquisition
Okay.
and-
All right, you're
yeah,
against
she
the
hates
Inquisition.
and she
All
hates
right.
the.
Well, you
like,
never
the
distinguish whether you were them
injustices.
or not, you know.
No.
She's still, I think she's still better than the last few guests, if we're keeping track.
Yes, I
Really?
think so.
Okay. I think I have to work harder.
Okay, well, I guess we'll take in more notes, okay? There's Night's still young. We already rode the line a little bit, breaking the legs, but, moving on.
You think Imagine's here?
It's probably...
I'm looking for him in the.
You're
I'm
waiting
looking
for
his
him?
name in the
Oh, he'll
chat.
have his time, alright?
He's not there yet. All right.
Okay, so it's interesting because obviously we've been trying to get the gauge and see where people lie and who they are as a person. And a lot of people have come from rough parts of the neighborhood, and Abagua is one of them. So tell us a little bit
Abagua's
then
very rough.
where you came from, your family, etc., and so we can get an understanding of where you come from and why you see like breaking legs is a good thing.
Oh, Imagine is
So-
here.
Oh, there he is. Oh, I see him. Oh, okay, I see him now. I see you. So once upon a time, there was this human lady fell in love with this halfling man. They married. There's a little girl. Okay, her name is Dita. She grew up as a normal kid-ish up until like the age of 10 or so, when people started figuring out that, oh, she's not human. She's something else. She's an other. And kids are horrible and mean. And there's a reason why she's afraid of heights. She was pushed off a third-story building into stalls below. There's only 3 people, by the way, in like who has actually asked her about this. Like, why are you afraid of heights? You're an aeromancer. You're air magic. Why are you so afraid of, like, you know, high jumping and heights and stuff like that? Don't you know?
I think I saw a little bit of that during the was it the monster hunting thingy?
Yes. Yeah, she
Yeah.
did fall off she fell off a ledge and she freaked out. She broke her leg.
You
During
were
the
one of those.
during the monster fights.
You fell.
Nope, I did not. I was not one of the halflings that fell off a cliff. I fell to their death. That was Davril and
I miss Davril.
Oh no, what was her name? Coretta. That was Davril and Coretta.
Ah.
Dita was actually the only halfling who did not fall to her quote unquote death during the monster battles, but she did fall off a ledge and broke her leg. But anyways, the reason why she's afraid of heights is because she was pushed off a third-story building into wooden stalls below, and she has a scar on the back of her back to prove it. She couldn't walk for a few years. That's when she learned forcibly how to levitate, so that way she would still be useful to her parents, who run a
No. I can't believe this. This is tragic.
Well, said the forbidden words. That's what happens.
What were the forbidden words?
You never say the forbidden words. Anything having to do with air. Danger.
What?
You didn't know?
No. What are you talking about?
Air magic.
Air magic?
Yeah,
Is that bad?
yes.
Aren't we
Doesn't
talking
make
about it right now?
No, we're not.
No? Oh, okay. I guess.
No.
Well, do you like my outfit?
Are you going to some ball or something?
I'm being fancy.
For why though? What's the occasion?
Because it looks nice. Maybe people will treat me better if I look like a noble.
I mean, a lot of people who dress fancy usually means they don't have the money. You know that, right?
What?
Most people who dress in fancy clothes, buy the Rolexes, drives fancy cars, are usually poor. They're compensating.
But even in like a fantasy setting?
I mean, it's always gonna be a thing with people. Let's be honest.
No, but the royals still dress fancy.
Are you trying to say you're royalty now?
I'm pretending to.
You con artist now?
You know, just like you can get free things when you look fancy, right?
That's literally what con artists do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, as long as you're making money, I guess. But are you though? It looks like you're spending it on clothes.
It's illusion magic.
So the clothes aren't actually there.
Yeah, underneath is the uniform.
Oh, okay, that makes sense,
What are you thinking?
bro.
The illusion magic is on the clothes.
Fair. do you do illusion magic, or do you subscribe to someone who puts the illusion magic on there for you?
What?
What? Do you like and subscribe to somebody who puts the illusion magic on for you?
No.
Ah, man,
Is
mages
it a
aren't getting paid
service?
these days, bro.
Is that a service that someone can do?
I mean, mages need to get like their social credits too.
Oh, okay, okay. Can I make gold like that then?
I'm gonna have to put it on the oh. Hey. They're on the way back.
Yeah. Apparently their window, their computer just decided to restart for Windows update.
God
Just-
damn it.
I can't believe Windows can just be like, "You're doing something right now." Nah, you're
mean-
done. You're done. We're restarting.
I hate Windows, but I love Windows. I don't like the mini iterations of Windows. I grew tired. Once we started getting one every year, it started getting annoying. Hey, you're back.
Hello.
My computer decided now was the perfect time to do a Windows update. What the fuck?
I mean, what else are you gonna do it, right?
What the fuck? Anyways, where was I?
You wanted to be useful to your family, so you're learning magic. So you learned magic to be useful, and now
Yeah.
you were.
So, yeah, she learned how to levitate, basically.
Cool, you said the word. Be careful.
So she learned how to levitate, mostly, and then that's where she truly began to, embrace magic as not being such a bad thing. Maybe it should be, a thing that should be trained. And since her parents run a merchant, a bazaar, a trading bazaar thingy, they get a few random items here and there where she would read books, magic books, self-taught, up until she was found by the Zabzum's character. I keep forgetting names. From GMA. I know I'm horrible with names. This bird brain when it comes to names. So it was written in her backstory that in one of his research trips to Abagua, that professor found Dita and saw the potential and decided that he would sponsor her at GMA. And then that's where she went to GMA, learned how to better control her magic, be an aeromancer, and got to the point that she became like one of the top aeromancers at GMA, and was invited to go to the tournament. And hey, she met a whole bunch of cool people at Ascension, and I guess enough to be invited back.
Ayo, miss your GMA buds though.
Yeah, I do. She does.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't have many. She's a shy little wallflower, so she didn't have many friends. In fact, I think she made more friends in Ascension during that one trip than she did during the 3 years she had at GMA.
No.
That's sad.
I
Why?
can't believe this.
She's a shy little wallflower. I think she's the only narc that transferred over. All the other students were core, right?
A lot of them were core, yeah.
Yeah. I think she was one of the few narc research and development students from GMA that transferred over. So
Yeah, we're getting a lot more. Speaking of GMA, though, I need to reach out to some.
Yeah.
some opportunities for things in the future coming up, but I need to get things ready. The ball is
She's not
rolling.
a snitch. It's called a snark.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm reading chat. She's like, she's not a snitch. It's the core.
Nah,
it's the
you a
course.
snitch.
Their GMA has 2 courses. It's
Can't believe this.
core, which is military fighting course, and then there's NARC, which is research and development. It stands for it's an acronym. It stands for something, but God, if I remember.
Yeah, it's research. Yeah, it's just academic something. Yeah,
Yeah. National Academic and Research.
something.
then
Blah
whatever
blah
C
blah.
stands for.
Long
It's
long
NARC.
acronym. Yeah.
Yeah. Core stood for combat oriented R and E, whatever.
Something,
that stood
whatever
for.
those are. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, so you came from Abagua. Your family has a little bit of money, obviously, since they're doing trading.
Mhm.
So that means your
Yes.
your life was obviously a little bit better off than maybe say a slummer, especially in that
Yes, very much.
neck of the woods. But you guys somehow stayed away from having to being messed with by the Inquisition too much.
I didn't write it down, but I have it like in the back of my head that somewhere along the line, yeah, her family has been raided once or twice on suspicions of being like connected to, like unsavory business types. Because no way can a human and a halfling actually run a legitimate business, especially in like Antioch, the capital city. There's no possible
So you were
way.
so you were just lying to people, saying you're just short.
It was a self-defense mechanism for her. She grew up thinking that it was better for people to think she was a human child than a halfling. It wasn't until she got into GMA where she started changing that type of thinking. Which is why she has her hair
you're
very,
just short.
childish.
I mean, it's fine. You're short. It's fine.
I am not short. I am actually tall for a halfling, apparently, but I am still very much a child.
I mean,
like in
it's-
people's eyes.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's because you hung around tall people. I guess it wore off on you.
It's not my fault that the world is filled with giants.
Tallness can rub off.
Yeah, I got more of these jokes.
I mean, it's kind of why Dita also, with her levitation, she doesn't like being talked down to. So she will actively, when talking with tall people, she will actively levitate up to talk with them at eye level. So.
Levitation is one of the hardest arts magic forms, especially for concentration, holding for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
But so Abagua.
She's been practicing it since she was a
I'm trying to
child,
get to the root of you, okay?
Mhm.
Like magic aside, because magic comes and goes in many different flavors, but like who you are as a person and what you stand for is important. So let's just get to it, shall we?
Alright.
Where did you fall? Tell everybody where you fell when it came to the Fallbrook talk.
Haha. That he she very much
Plan.
was not on board with that whole plan. But seeing as how she is a shy little thing, she didn't want to speak up. It wasn't until she looks up to Stark as being a higher aeromancer. She actually looks up to him, and it wasn't until he spoke up that she was like, oh, then that means that this plan must have something that I'm not seeing, so I guess I'm just gonna go along with it. Yeah. When Zachary was saying that things that, oh, we have to do this now, no matter what, we have to do this today, she was about to say, but why today? Isn't today a full moon? Isn't this the time where everything is most, where everybody, all the wolves are supposed to be the strongest? Why does it have to be today? Why can't we do it tomorrow? when everybody's tuckered out? Why does it have to be now? Like it was like a self-imposed time limit. Is that why? But she never spoke up.
Aw.
Yeah.
Why? There was a lot of people that didn't speak up, though. You were not the
Mhm.
minority. There was like a good, I don't know, 15 or so people that didn't say a damn thing.
But
Do you
it
think
wasn't
some felt like
until-
you, or do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Probably a lot of small voices. They probably thought that a lot of small voices wouldn't be able to drown out the louder ones. But hey, if all the small voices did speak up, something may have been done. But like I said, it wasn't until Stark was spoke up for the plan that she was like, oh, okay, well, if Stark says it's a good idea, then I guess there's something there that I'm not seeing, so I guess I'm just gonna go along with it. What do you guys need me to do?
Damn.
I
But what
will
about
say that-
Hoshi? What about me? What do we chop
I
liver?
know. I don't know. She just didn't.
Do our opinions don't matter to you because we're not airmancy?
No, not because of airmancy. She doesn't know you guys as well. That's the thing.
Alright,
She
fair,
doesn't know you guys as much as well as she would if she knows.
Cat though, come
Stark and
on.
the other. She was. I know, but actually, it was funny because after the meeting and after like that whole fiasco, I was taking a walk around town and I went into the Hunters Guild and I saw the big ass bombs, the piffle, the puffle, or what are they called? The puffins. The puffin bombs.
Oh, the puffin bombs
Yeah, there was
in the Hunter's
there
Lodge.
were giant puffin bombs. Yeah, and I was like, well, why couldn't we just use that? We could have just like bombarded the basement with puffins and made him fall asleep, and then none of that would have happened. But the idea didn't come until afterwards.
I mean, yeah. I mean, another way to do it. I mean, there's so many ways to.
Like,
Yeah,
there was
exactly.
a lot of other ways. There was a lot of other ways that we could have gone.
Why did we choose the
through
most
that.
crazy
Why
way?
Why did you guys choose the most crazy? I mean, I even pitched it to Stark. Hey, Garm is an extremely powerful being, but even if he's extremely powerful, he's still alive. Alive things still need to breathe.
Right.
Why don't we just, I don't know, take away his oxygen a little, make him pass out for a little while, for a few hours? You know, I don't know.
Just a little asphyxiation.
Just a little asphyxiation between friends.
Do you think Dita is still gonna keep blindly following, or are you gonna start thinking more for
no.
yourself?
Interestingly enough, after that mission, she was put into a position of leadership, where she is now second in command of Ardent Vale. And that is, she already went to, like, spoke with the therapist teacher. Again, names, I hate my brain sometimes. I cannot remember. Depresso's orc character, his teacher.
Oh,
He's
heck.
yeah, heck. His he
Raynor.
had a
Thanks,
Raynor,
thanks,
yay. Ronald. Raynor, he had Dita had a chat with him about this very same thing, and he said that, well, it looks to me like you've been put in a position where you can either rise up to the occasion or you can give it back and say somebody else more qualified can go and like have it. It's really up to you. And she put some thought into it, and she kind of wants to better herself through it. So she wants to take it more seriously.
I mean, we'll see how that goes. I mean,
yeah, we'll see how that goes. especially
Chipz
up
was
in the north.
also in a position to have his voice heard, and his voice was ignored. So we'll see if you can get yours heard. Maybe your tactics would be a little bit better. Who knows?
Little tiny.
I mean, that doesn't mean you can't accomplish things. I mean, I think ultimately what it is if more people voice what they want, then the real voice can be heard. I mean, the vast majority of people, and this goes with any sort of group situation, they don't. First of all, it's a lot of work. be amped up about something, first of all, in the first place. Second of all, you're around people that, for the most part, you guys have handled business for a very long time. And so, like, you can kind of rely on each other for the most part. It's not like you guys are out to fuck each other over on purpose. So there's a little bit of trust, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but with this one, we were so divided. Like, this is the first time we've been so divided down the line that it was bad.
Yeah.
And so this was the first time that people were being forced to, they had kind of had to choose. But inaction wasn't really a choice or an option. You either backed it or you didn't. And so, but when you didn't back it, we had to go with what I guess upper management wanted, right? I guess. Yeah.
You know where I think it kind of went wrong, that a lot of people backtracked? I think a lot more people could have gone over to Chipz's and Hoshi's side if Hannah hadn't spoken up and said, well, why do we have to kill Garm? Why don't we just knock him out and recapture him? That made the attack Garm side of the equation much more palpable to
They
other
had a
people.
compromise at
Like
that point.
yeah, it compromised for them.
I
If
was so
Hannah-
mad about that.
Yeah, it
because that's
sucked.
what changed also Dita's mind for it too. She was like,
Right.
"Oh wait, if we don't have to kill him, why don't we just recapture him? Like
'Cause
break
it's
him
a
out,
bad plan in the
show him."
first place.
I know,
Because then
was-
it doesn't
was
do
such a bad hit.
anything. Because then we're just releasing him to then recapture.
Just releasing
Why?
him, okay?
During his
show
most
us why the
powerful
bad thing is out in
moment.
the woods, and then
Yeah, let's give him back to his powerful altar to do his moon.
yeah,
Frickin'
like to
thing.
show us where your altar is, and then go back into yourself. That's
Yeah.
basically what the plan boiled down to at the end. If Hannah had not had made that amendment, then I guess a lot more people would have been like, okay, no, I don't want to just like flat out like murk the dude just after we release him. That's like not cool.
Yeah, but they barely listened to that and tried to kill him anyways afterwards.
Only a certain few people went that route.
I mean,
Lana?
I guess so. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Lana. Anyways, Dita knows that there's something wrong with that boy, but she can't put her finger on it.
What? He's
She knows.
fine.
She and Dita and Lenneth have like had this like, it's not playful rivalry, but he's been teasing the shit out of her ever since, and she's like, there's something wrong with that boy. There's something wrong with that man. There's no way that he's sane.
I mean, is anybody saying at the academy? I think the barometer is quite low for that.
That's a sliding scale.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think we're all kind of fucked up. Like, our skew for what is acceptable behavior has been repeatedly shown to differ from person to person. Like, for example, you agreeing that Ryder did the right breaking legs, where a lot of people would be like, "What the fuck?"
She didn't agree. She didn't see what was wrong with it. It wasn't until people explained to her that like that normal people, if this happened to normal people, they don't have access to
Right.
healing spells, and
Those guys were
normally
fucked.
people getting like their legs fucked up would fuck you over like a lot.
Forever.
And she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's right, just like back in Abagua."
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're so spoiled we don't realize that we have access to top of the line medical supplies, healers that can mend our bones, which is uncommon and rare in and of itself, right? Like, and then we can
Right.
just ask them as a friend, "Hey, I just sparred real hard and got stabbed through the left eye, broke my dislocated. Could you just fix me real quick?" And they can't. Where those guys are just like crippled for life, right? They can't work anymore. They can't
Those
support
guys are
their
just crippled for
family.
life.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're just done. They're just done. They're useless for society, and it's over for them. And it's just unfortunate. Just unfortunate. But we're privileged.
It wasn't until somebody pointed that out to Dita, she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I now understand why people were so mad at Ryder." But-
Right. Well, because some of us came from that, right? Like walk of life.
Mhm.
So it's like, what the fuck you mean? What are you doing? Right?
Mhm.
But I guess I mean, as a
Because
younger, I mean,
Dita
I
saw
guess,
that every day in Abagua, so she did was like, that's not normal out here.
yeah, right, exactly. Sliding scale. But you know, morality wise, we're all over the place, and we'll figure out how we shake out. So with Jamie though, did you have
Ah.
problems with Jamie?
Oh boy.
Is that an issue for you? Because are you friends with Jamie or not?
Yes, I would argue that Dita is now one of Jamie's only friends that
Okay.
still believe in him.
So you still believe in him?
Yes. She okay, so the thing with Jamie stems way back to the GMA arc.
Okay.
Back then they were still like Dita was making friends and hanging out with people, and she found Jamie hanging out in the library, and two bookworms started talking to each other about books and stuff like that. She eventually finds out that his favorite like genre of storybooks would be like knight in shining armor, like the paragons of justice type of books. And through that, she kind of learned Jamie's twisted black and white mentality. Like, hey, she even posed this question to Jamie, like, hey, in order for the hero to become the hero of the story, what if he had to rob food in order to feed his family when he was a kid? And Jamie's response was, nope, once a criminal, always a criminal, jail forever, was his exact words. and then that clued into Dita, like, oh no, there is something wrong with this boy's world views. And she tried to tell other people, hey, maybe you should talk with Jamie. I'm from another school. I'm about to leave, like, in a few weeks. I'm scared for like this kid. Is he gonna be all right? And then the Maggie and Rudy thing happened, and her worst fears were about to come true. She's like, oh no. Once Jamie sees a person as a bad guy, then that's it. That's it. They're on his shit list. And she was really scared for she was really scared for Rudy and for Maggie. She was like, oh no. And then she tried to tell like the people who were kind of close with Jamie, like Nerali, and she's like, hey, can you like look after this guy? He's not doing so good. Here's his world views, his mentalities, his black and white views. She told Barian, she told Nisha, she told a few other teachers. People still didn't listen to her. And it came as a surprise when, oh no, when like something like what happened at Fallbrook happened. How did that become how was that a surprise to anybody?
So are
like,
you looking at it at logically,
spoke.
or are you like looking at it more like you were trying to help them? Like were you taking steps to try to help them? Okay.
Yes.
All right,
I was looking for somebody to like help Dita out. She was looking for people to
outside of you looking
Jamie
for
out.
others to help you help Jamie. What were you doing to actively help Jamie? Because I'm going to be honest, in the world of a bunch of people who talk, no one does. What were you doing?
No one does. Hilariously, no one let Dita. Every single time, it's like and it still holds up. It's like a curse. Every single time Dita has ever tried to have a one-on-one serious talk with Jamie, something interrupted. Like either people told her, no, you're just gonna make him more angry, or no, you're saying the wrong things, or most recently with what happened with Fallbrook, Dita tried to speak with Jamie. They got 5 minutes into the conversation before Barian interrupted and says, I have to take Jamie away, and like we have to talk, me and him. And I was like, fuck, I'm never gonna be able to like actually have a one-on-one conversation with this guy, am I? Never. So it's not for lack of trying, she has.
Okay.
But something's always like gotten in the way.
So, because I can only go off of what you're saying, right? And it sounds like you've been noticing these things with Jamie. You've hung out with Jamie. You've obviously been in a position to know that Jamie's kind of whatever, but you didn't really address it. You just kind of went along with it. Told other people that, hey, this might be an issue.
She's tried to through literary examples like hey, like using his favorite medium, books, as hey, like what if the hero does this and accidentally does something bad? Is he still a bad guy? And she's been trying to help him like break through that black and white mentality and like see the gray areas. But there's been limited
I've been doing something similar.
times. There's been limited conversations.
Do you
Something's
think
always gotten in the way.
usually with someone like that, they won't really see the error of their ways.
They
So from what you've been with Jamie a bit, talked to him with him. Do you think there's a chance for that?
Something absolutely drastic would have to open his eyes. Like he would.
Are you saying
something
there's
like
no hope, or there's just a
world
very slim hope?
There's a slim hope. There's a slim chance, but it would have to take something absolutely drastic. It would, honestly, I would think that it would have to take Jamie, unfortunately, killing somebody who he then regrets killing, in order for him to see like the gray mentality of his own actions. Because if
Why
he
did Maggie
reads
pop into my
and
head?
he
That's
sees-
morbid.
Sorry,
Just a good storytelling. It's Jesus. I don't know what you want from me.
But I'm pretty sure that he's done. I'm pretty sure he's done with Maggie. Maggie's.
Well, that's what I
Maggie's chance has
mean.
come and gone. Like I honestly don't think that he would be regretful for that.
Oh, God damn it, Jamie.
Killing Maggie now.
Like, what is he saying? What is he saying?
Jesus.
Would we really regret
imagine
killing
said-
Maggie now?
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I know, like, he wouldn't regret it. It would have to take somebody else that he really, like.
So he would have to mistake
admires or
someone for
looks up
something
to.
else, and then he had to be blinded by his hatred in order, and then accidentally, right? So, but then, who is it that he holds dear at this point?
That's the question.
You were a
He
close
hates
close
everybody.
friend, but you're not really that close, right? But you're the closest.
Yeah, she's not. She's the closest, but she's not quite there. If Dita, ends up dying, I don't think Jamie would, he'd feel bad, but he wouldn't. It wouldn't change his mind.
That's
It would have to. It would have to take somebody like probably like if he accidentally killed Nerali, and I mean accidentally killed Nerali, and he
he
saw,
can't have a
like,
reason to kill
like,
someone, right? Because then he's justified.
He can't. It would have to. He would have, the thing is that he sees himself as the hero of his own story. That no matter what, he is in the correct. It would have to be something so earth-shatteringly profound to shake those morals, to make him see the gray area. Like, this may have been a mistake. Am I redeemable now? That's the thing. That's what he needs to like find out. Like, where is, because he thinks that once a bad guy, is the bad guy irredeemable? There is no second chances. If you're a bad guy, then there's no going back to being a good guy.
We just need to place him with other
So,
bad guys who feel the same way, then they're all like morally aligned.
He needs to find that situation of, okay, how do we redeem this person that has done bad things in order for his eyes to be opened?
Got it. Now, this is just one example of many of some conflict and drama within the academy. Through your time with being with us so far, which I think you've only been on like two or three missions, right? Where Fallbrook was the main one.
GMA was the very first.
Yeah, GMA and then Fallbrook. So yeah, Fallbrook would technically be your first. GMA was an arc, but yeah. So
I was in Karytown too, by the way.
yeah, Karytown. But was that with your character though? I don't think.
No, I had a
yeah.
Karytown townie.
Yeah.
During
Yeah,
that time.
exactly. So fighting now, all this drama. Is this the worst that you've come across with interpersonal situations so far with all the people on the academy, or has there been any other scuffles, internal drama, juice? Give me the details.
I don't think she would, like, on screen. No, this has been the worst.
'Kay.
But off screen, like in her backstories and stuff like that, I don't think
Right.
that she would have involved herself with that many people back then to have had that interpersonal drama.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
No. So you kind of stay out of the
I'm
drama
trying
for
to
the most
think.
part.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your core friend group?
Core friend group would be oh shit, like it's been a while.
You don't remember your friends? Oh my god!
What do you mean it's only been a couple months?
It's only been a couple of months, dude.
Yeah.
You underestimate how bird brain I am.
What's
The
wrong
fact
with
that-
She hangs out with Dars a lot.
Mm.
Mason when he's around. Narali.
Bunch of goody
and
two shoes.
Actually, most of Gallant. Because even back when Arbor and Ida were around, they were Ardenvale was still divided, so she didn't get to hang out with them as much as she wanted to.
Mhm.
So yeah, and basically, and Jamie, of course, when she can. And she just goes around sporadically, but mainly it's those few. She goes around. There's very few that she would consider
Okay. Okay. So
like
this is
close
a big
friends.
deal then, because Jamie. Yeah. It sucks.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
Cortez,
do you think Jamie?
I forgot to say.
Okay, where did you rank on Jamie's scale though? Like I just don't know how this works, because obviously he's such a fucking psychopath.
Like wait, what do you mean? Like
How does
Jamie
it work?
rank
Do you
on
even
Dita's
rank on?
scale?
Yeah. Like are you even on his scale? Like, is this a reciprocal friendship? And like your other friendships, like
I would think
Dars.
so.
Dars, yes. Dars is all in with you guys, and you guys have obviously because it's Dars, right?
Dars is a homie.
We love Dars.
Yeah,
Dars
exactly.
is a homie. Like
Exactly.
like Dita and Dars are like hit it off like almost instantly. They were like best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamie and Dita have a healthy, as healthy as you can get, a healthy respect for each other, a healthy. She's kind of, I don't know if this is meta because of what Imagined has said, but she's kind of scared to call him friend, only because every time somebody calls themselves a Jamie friend, it's like they moved on from being friends. So she calls her relationship with Jamie Windy Buddies. Like she's been Windy Buddies with Jamie since like day one. So
I was gonna make a crude joke about air users, but I'll keep that one as that. I'm keeping it to
airheads?
myself. Just fellow air users. We'll leave it at that. You guys like to
no.
cast air magic. Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would say, Dita would say that she's friends with Jamie, but I don't think that she would actually say it to his face, which is sad because that's, I think, what he needs to hear. But
Well, yeah.
then again, she's picked up like hints here and there that, you know, maybe friends is a bad thing for Jamie.
But what does your character think about
Like the where.
friendships? What does this even mean? So sometimes friendship
do you-
can be selfish, you know? Like, yo,
Mhm.
I'm calling you my friend because I want to call you my friend. It makes me feel good. I'm sorry it makes you uncomfortable, but it makes me feel good. Have a nice day, friend.
I mean, yeah, but she wouldn't. She wouldn't actually say it. She would. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. She would. Yeah, she would say it. Like after a while,
Aw.
she would.
Alright.
She would call them friends. Hold on. She kept track of him during Fallbrook, and she actually partly blames herself for what Jamie did because she saw Jamie leave the tavern with the stalker lady, and she lost track of him in the city square, and then she
Oh.
like, I don't know if it was somebody asked her a question or not, but she lost track of him, and she tried to she looked everywhere for him. She tried to ask other people like, hey, have you seen Jamie? I'm kind of like, he's with the stalker vampire lady. Have you seen him? Where has he gone? And it was half because he was afraid of what she can do to him, but half what he can do to her because of his world mentalities. She's stopped. She's third wheeled a date before between him and the stalker girl lady before.
Wait, what?
And
I
she
didn't know
was
about this.
yes, yeah. It's not the first time that Dita had to step in and like be a mediator between Jamie and this stalker lady. She found out beforehand that she wanted, the stalker lady wanted Jamie to show her the coin trick, and I was like, oh no. I don't know how that's gonna work. And so Dita
He
like set
definitely
up
did.
Dita. Yeah, he definitely did the second time, but Dita the first time like went, okay, then let's make this official. And she was the one who set up like a target range and was there and like mediated between it. And so Jamie was like, okay, here's the coin trick. Oh, isn't that cool? And that was all fine and dandy. She mainly went there to like get a feel for how like creepy this lady is. And she was pretty creepy. She asked a lot of really personal questions, and she was like, stranger danger.
So you agree with
I
him?
wouldn't trust it. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with what he did.
Put a hole in her head.
But she blames herself for letting it happen because she kind of foresaw him doing it. Like she saw the capability in him to do it, and she kind of like was trying to find him to stop him or stop anything that would happen because she knew what he was capable of.
Man.
If that makes sense.
What are you capable of? Do you think you would off somebody?
She
Tell it to me straight. Obviously break their legs, but I want to know, would you kill somebody? You keep saying that you push somebody away, but like I don't know. It, to me, from an outsider's perspective now, it sounds like you're just trying to not take ownership of any of the death and destruction you're causing.
Oh boy.
So do you? Oh boy.
It's time for me to be Chipz. Murderer.
It's time for you to be Chipz. Okay.
Murderer.
Do you see Dita? Do you see Dita as a murderer?
Murder.
Do you see Dita capable of
buddy?
murdering anybody?
No, that's a good question. Do I see? I think I could. Honestly, I think. Yes.
She did pitch the asphyxiation.
Yes, and here's
plan
why.
To.
I think you have killed people, but because you don't want to know, you look the other way. That's my honest response so far, from what I've gathered. If I had to take from what you've said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you literally said.
During the mission.
push out
During
the
the
air,
mission
and if they
or
fall off
out of
the
character?
cliff, they fall off the. What? You out of what is you on mission? Your
No,
character.
not out of character. Like in the back, in the backstory, off
Wait,
camera.
did you
When I
threaten
said
me?
off
I'm scared
camera, I
now,
meant
Core.
off character.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I take it all back.
Wait, she doesn't know where we
Deed
live.
is
It's
fine.
fine.
Deed is fine. Everything's good.
Stop! Why you the sweet bee? No. No.
My goodness.
Yeah, don't meet G in the back dark alleyway.
I don't know. She would definitely have to be pushed in a certain direction for it
Yeah.
to actually happen, and she would cry immediately afterwards.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I like I said, I think it's more as you're trying not to really hard, but like I said, I think it's already happened, but you just don't know, which is I don't know if that's
If
to
she
me
has,
if
if she
it's
did
sad.
know, she would probably cry.
Yeah, like it's almost more sad to think that you've managed to get through all this bloodshed without shedding any blood while your fellows have killed hundreds next to you. But like
Actually, you want to know something funny? During the mission in the manor mission where we had to rescue the daughter, Dita had the shield up and was emergency rescue. Like she was the emergency rescue station. So if anybody got hurt, they would bring it and they would be brought to Dita and everything.
Were you in the back?
So yeah, I was in the back line. I was in the back, very back of the line, and I was watching everybody else like fighting the big monster and everything. And Dita was talking with the wolf lady in charge, and they were having like a back and forth. And she looks over and she sees a whole like everybody like attacking the lady, the monster, and she was like, I really hope that is not the daughter that we are all supposed to be trying to find and cure. That would really fucking suck, wouldn't it? That would really fucking suck.
That would be really
and
bad.
then she died, and then we killed the monster, hooray! And then it was later on when we found out, oh wait, that was the daughter, and she was like, oh no, are we the bad guys? What happened? I thought we were fighting a monster.
I mean, you've had a lot of experiences now of being on the sidelines and watching people die that maybe shouldn't have died. Maybe you had information, if you would have spoken up, that you could have changed maybe the outcome. Is that starting to weigh heavy yet, or no?
Yeah, it is. It is starting to weigh heavy. She's starting to like maybe these people don't have it all together. Maybe a little bit of reform, a little bit of change should happen.
Well, to be
what
fair,
am I supposed to do? I'm just a little girl. I'm just one person. How? What am I
that's
supposed
literally
to do about
right.
this?
That's like
Which is
real
what
world
her
shit, right?
mentality.
That's like real world shit. Like that's what everyone feels like. I can't make a positive change. I can't create any sort of change. I can't say anything or do anything to matter. Well, the first thing you need to do is not accept bullshit, right? Because as soon as you do, you're letting that bullshit happen, right? And a lot of that's just speaking out, right? Like being okay to see something and being like, yeah, no, I don't really agree with that, you know? Like that's just not actually cool with me. And here's why. Now, a lot of times, that's not saying everyone knows when that moment is, but sometimes when you know, like, wait, I feel something inside of me that this doesn't feel right. Maybe I should say something, right? Like maybe I should listen to that inner voice. It's probably my conscience. I'm
pretty sure there was once or twice where she did speak up, but I just can't remember those moments at the moment.
Yeah, like how do you think?
But,
that's actually a good question.
Her getting angry. Once
If
in a
you
while.
were to
I
speak
remember
up,
having to use this toggle.
If you
one or two
had to
times.
be heard, do you think you could be heard at Ascension Academy? Like if you had like an important piece and you were like, no, this piece actually matters, instead of just giving the piece, like for example, Chipz did this a million times. He had many pieces and he just gave it to the people, but then they didn't do anything with it. So he's partly to blame. So, like, what do you do with that? How can you be heard? Or do you have an idea?
Well, her first instinct would be to give it to somebody who would have a louder voice. But if push comes to shove and she sees that that person with a louder voice is not doing anything with that piece of information, then she would have no choice but to actually do something about it herself. Like she would try to speak up, which is
Do you have that confidence now?
what she's developing it. Yes, she's getting there.
Getting there. Okay.
She's
Now-
definitely getting there.
Do you think your character would shut down the first side of disagreements?
Not at the first sight, but it continued insistence. Like if people kept telling her, "No, shush, you don't know what you're talking about. No, stop, Dita, stop. You don't know what you're talking about. It's okay," and pushes her aside, then she'd be like, "Well, what's the fucking point then?" And
Right.
she'd like walk away and try to find a different angle, which has happened before.
Leadership meetings
Um,
can be crazy, and if you just became number
It wasn't a
2,
leadership meeting. It was something to do with Vivina.
I mean,
There was
personal
a
stuff
moment
makes
where
sense.
Vivina was, yeah, it was Vivina was talking with a diplomat, and Dito had wanted to give her 2 cents about it, and then Dars was like, "Shush, shush, shush, let Vivina talk. She knows what she's doing," and she's like, "Fine, okay, fine. If my voice isn't gonna be heard." hmm
Well,
So
Alright.
that was one part. That was one moment that really stuck in my mind.
yeah, that's discouraging. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Well,
But
okay.
she's getting there.
So you become number 2. You get in these leadership meetings. Now, I will tell
Mhm.
you, things are going to get worse for you
Mm.
because these leadership
as
meetings do
she-
not
she's
go
noticed.
well. They are shit shows. People with opposing views, and then they're like, "I don't agree." No, I don't agree, and they're like, and then we never agree, and then. So when you
What was
have
that?
so when you have heavy hot-headed, uncompromising people, how do you think you're gonna navigate in that space?
That's a good question.
If we had the answer, I
it'd be
think you'd be a millionaire. But you
it's
know,
a situational thing. I think it's a situational thing, like because Dita is the type that would like stay in her lane and be quiet in a corner until she had something concrete to present to the table. But if she did have something that was worthwhile, she would try like her darnest to try and speak up over them.
Mhm.
Now,
good.
Mhm.
All right.
now
Well,
not before, but
so we know then we might see a new side depending. You're gonna play it cool.
hopefully, yes.
You're gonna play it cool for a
Mhm.
little bit, see how it rides. Put your foot down
This
when
is
you need
actually
to.
really funny because Dita's actually one of my quieter characters. I usually play really loud, rambunctious characters in other role plays,
Mhm.
specifically because I am loud and rambunctious in real life. So
Ah,
being a quiet little wildflower is kind of new and difficult for me
difficult, huh? Well, I mean, those leadership
because I have to
meetings,
shut
though.
up.
Yes, but when you have other people, especially when you get a group of people, like very vibrant personalities can sometimes be very hard to compete with, especially when they're like, "No!" I'm pointing at myself right now. Right? Like it's hard to talk over that when the murders. It's hard. It's like,
I mean,
shut
I
up,
could,
Chipz.
Like, Dita could develop like a spell of like amplified voice, and I could just put on the yell function, go like, "Shut the fuck up! I have stuff to say."
Well, I think if you just said it like that, I think most people would listen. Let's be honest, because you don't usually say shut the fuck up.
If Dita did that, yeah.
Dita almost never swears.
Yeah, no, that's not common. Man, just go off on like a 50-word fucking swear word tirade.
One day, maybe, yeah.
I mean,
Maybe I
if you're
could.
passionate enough, mad enough, I mean, we're going to the north. Shit's gonna get crazy. You might get angry.
She's not ready at all for the North.
No,
Let's be honest.
no, you're not built for the north.
No, she is not built for the North. She was cold in Fallbrook. She's gonna be freezing. So she's gonna be a little. She's gonna be a little popsicle when it comes to
Mhm.
like the North. She's gonna have. I'm planning on putting on like a little like beanie hat and like a cloak over her, and she's gonna be like, I'm so
Mhm.
fucking cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a ride. Are you ready? Are you fucking ready for death and destruction?
Definitely, she's not ready, but she's. If they need her, she'll come along. That's her attitude. Like,
You are not getting out of this arc without killing anybody, okay? I'm just saying right now, okay? There's no fucking way.
Let's see.
It's literally a battle that's gonna span I don't know how many months, and we're gonna have to be. Oh my god, it's so much battle. I
You'll
hope you
know
guys are in
if,
shape.
If you see her crying in a corner, you'll know that something happened.
No.
Fair, noted.
If you see her crying in a corner, you'll know that something happened and she's traumatized. She's like, I didn't want to do it.
Does
They
it
made
matter
me
what
do
you
it."
kill, or does it have to be like a human?
Oh
Like,
no, it has
what,
to be a
what's
person
your?
because she's killed monsters before.
Okay, yeah,
She's
okay.
killed sandworms, or like not
Yeah,
sandworms.
fuck
but, you know,
animals,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, animals and stuff
Rabbits,
like that. Like,
fuck
things that
them,
have
right?
Attacked.
They're good food.
No, Nerali, no.
So good
She likes
food.
Nerali.
But
She
they
reads
make
mangas with
great
Nerali.
You hear
meat,
that, Uzu? You hear
tender.
No. Like desert rabbits are pretty nice. They're tasty.
Yeah.
But no. It would have to be like something that she would considers like a person, a sentient person, and she wouldn't be able to like bring herself to kill that. At
Okay,
least not knowingly. Not
so-
knowingly.
Now we get into the world of what is your threshold for sentience then?
Aha. See, that's philosophical right there.
Well, I mean, inquiring minds would like to know.
Well,
that? And you're the inquiring
Eh.
mind.
I am the inquirer mind. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so take the daughter for example. She didn't realize that was an actual person. She thought
Right.
it was a monster because the information didn't spread around. And the wolves the werewolves that went to protect the daughter, she thought those were like feral because they weren't speaking, they weren't talking, they were lashing out, they weren't like, acting like normal werewolves were acting.
Driven to
So
insanity and
she
feral-like
thought they were
instincts, huh?
feral. Yeah, so she thought they were feral, so they, someone else put them down. And the monster, well, they're gonna have to take care of the monster, right? So she's just gonna be here being like sanctuary support, and whoever gets hurt gets bubbled over here. That was her role. But she didn't think that that was sentient, the daughter.
But okay, so all the werewolves that were inflicted with that feral-like disease, and that we were then able to concoct a cure because the daughter was literally ground zero patient. That's why we were able to use
Yes.
them to. Now, if we were able to cure them, they would have gone back to their own sentient self. So were they not sentient then? So are you saying they weren't sentient in that moment, and it's okay to kill them, so we don't need to mourn them? But shouldn't we not
No,
mourn the loss
no.
that they could have come back as sentient?
That one.
Yeah.
You should mourn that they were
Right.
lost while they were feral and they couldn't become sentient again.
Right. So then they were sentient.
They were sentient.
My brain.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
my brain hurts.
it's because like this is why morality sucks. Because like we could sit here and go, well, they weren't sentient in the moment, so then thus we had to kill them.
They weren't
But
sentient in the
if we
moment.
had
They were
the-
feral. They should have been like caged up or like put in a
But
corner.
They
for
were
their own
experimented on
protection.
and fucked with by an
Yeah.
evil scientist. We came in and found the books with the research, and we could have reversed it, and instead we killed.
No one tells Dita anything, so she didn't know.
Right,
didn't know anything.
and we know that you were lamenting about it, right? Like after the fact, and we know that
Yeah.
that's that's what was happening. But we're kind of constructing like what is sentience, right? And the wolves that were infected with feralness, when they're all feral at the time. But that's why I think, were you part of the people that were left back at Fallbrook protecting it? And they had to fight the
No.
werewolves? Okay. Well, anytime
No,
you
I
fought the
was part of
werewolves that
the-
were kind of feral, they were kind of infected with that thing, right? And you could tell because the cartoony looking ass ones were like, you know, the ones that were just kind of sniffed the hot glue or the paint or something, and they were just kind of going crazy. And their riotous acts, because they were just angry and angsty, just, you know, when the feral disease hit, they just kind of went, "Rah!" So they were good. They were people, right? Like that could have happened to you. Like what if something happens to you and you got drugged and then all of a sudden you're out of your mind? Are we okay with putting you down? Like what's our line and limit? Time? Is time our limit? Like if they were left to rot for 100,000 years and forgotten, and then they're just a mindless monster because we forgot their history, then at that point, ignorance is our shield.
Yes. Were you expecting an answer?
Well, I was
Was
hoping
that
that.
rhetorical?
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking, you know, who are you? You know, like, what do you wish? What do you see? So for you, so for me, I guess as Chipz, I would look at them like they were all sentients, and it was through loss or whatever, and our own ignorance that we couldn't save them, right? Like maybe there was some saving.
Right.
And honestly, all life is precious, and even the monsters which we kill is precious because, you know, they are just living their natural order or lifespan, right? The thing that's tragic is when we torture said creature or hunt them for no reason, right? But when it's more natural, it makes sense. I don't know. Just figure out the kind of character and how you feel, because we've found a lot of people have varying morals here, and you know where their line of what is right and wrong, very different, drastically different. When one would pull the trigger, kill someone, what they deem is redeemable, what they don't deem as redeemable, seems to be drastically different. So I'm just trying to get a gauge on you, basically.
So, I unfortunately think that Dita would be the type that, if it's not brought up to her attention, she will be oblivious and ambivalent to it.
Ambivalent?
Ambivalent? Is that what it is? Ambivalent?
Yeah.
Word. Okay, she'd be ambivalent to it. She wouldn't. It wouldn't like process in her mind. Like, oh wait, was this an actual person? Should we have saved them in the moment? Until much later on, and then she would be regretful. She'd be like, no.
Huh.
But yeah,
We all learn, and this will be a lesson that we definitely all keep with us. Now the vampires. Did you have any issues with the 3?
No, but she didn't believe in killing them either. She wanted them gone. She wanted them out. She was of the mind that if there was somehow a way to politically move Godfrey out of Fallbrook and kick them out, then that would have been the best option. She didn't actually want to, you know, fight the vampires, even though they were mean and evil and like really
So
you know,
mean.
they were people. They were people. Like, so were the werewolves, but you know, these were actual like people. She didn't just push them out, pick them up and put them somewhere else.
So vampires are people to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Vampires are people, werewolves are people. The feral, they kind of lost their minds, but they were there. Then that's unfortunately where like her fault lies. Like, if
You do know that vampires are on like a teetering edge of going insane at any moment.
yeah, but all the vampires
One
that she's ever
Snickers
spoken to,
bar, they're done for.
all the vampires that she's ever spoken to have been extremely nice and like very.
I'm sure they have.
Like, even the bad guys. Even the bad guys.
Yeah, they would. They're hoping that you'll agree to come back to that place.
Except for the stalker lady. She had sussy vibes to. She gave off really sussy vibes to.
What if
Dita.
she was
like,
just
"Don't-"
antisocial and awkward?
Then she went around. Then she went around asking for Jamie's favor in all the wrong ways. All the wrong ways. Like,
Could
holy
you
shit!
imagine?
Like, Dita's socially awkward. Dita knows what socially
goodness.
awkward is. That was not socially awkward.
I want that story. The socially awkward vampire that stalks his prey, scares them, and then gets shot in the end, dude. It's so
Oh,
tragic.
no.
That is so
No.
tragic.
Watch that be Lieutenant Dan's actual backstory for this lady, and I'm gonna be so sad
That's
later
so
on.
good. That's so good. Listen, I just don't know how to express my feelings. I just have a lot of them.
You're silly.
I love this story. I'm not
admitted-
gonna lie.
Wait, she admitted that to Jamie just before he killed her? Really? I wasn't
Okay,
there,
well
so
they
I
were
didn't
also
know.
being sussy too. Let's be honest. But yes,
Yeah, she was-
there.
Like all the time that she has ever been around that Dita, she was giving Dita really bad vibes,
Okay.
really sussy vibes. Like, yo, Jamie, she wants to eat you, and like she really just wants to devour you. Don't let her. And he didn't, in the worst way, in the way that she was actually very scared that would happen.
Okay, now I just see that they weren't actually part of Lenora's. They were just part of Lenora's fan club, and they have Lenora posters up on their wall.
That's what it was.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yep,
that's what it was. I think that's what it was. That's what it was.
No
The lady looked up to Lenora and said, "Oh yeah, me and Lenora are tight." And Jamie, that was completely the wrong thing to say to Jamie. And then Jamie was like, "Oh, you're with her? Okay, you must be a bad guy too." Whoops. Coined.
I just love this.
She
It's
said
great.
she
My
was
version's
trying.
good.
She was trying to talk up. She was trying to talk up Jamie, like saying, like making herself more important than what she really was. Like, oh yeah, you know Lenora. Yeah, Lenora was really like high and important in our society. I run with her. I run in her crew. Isn't that great? That's the wrong thing to say to Jamie. Oh, that was the wrong thing to say.
Yeah, fan club. I told you.
Mhm.
Posters and everything. I mean, we don't judge here. Other than we
They
lost
weren't
one of our
affiliated at
fan
all,
club members
no.
today. Dear fan club, we lost one of our contributing members today. I was sorry.
But she was being so sussy. Like, oh my god.
There you go.
My
Fun
goodness.
stuff. Yes, didn't mean to put us on an existential, but we can move on. You know. We have to have at least one. We deal with a lot of death. It is what it is.
And
I mean,
the moment that
especially with where we're
Dita
going.
confront that death, she's gonna cry. But until then, she's happily, like, what's it called? Oh no, words.
Words are hard.
It's like
okay.
almost, it's like almost 1 a.m. for me. The words are.
Oh
hard.
no.
Yeah.
Hey,
East
bud.
Coast.
You ready to hit some questions, Hoshi?
Okay.
Let's
Chat,
do it.
go ahead and throw me some questions, and be sure to at me as well, so I can read back.
Oh my
Because
God.
Give us the
fast.
good ones, okay? Because this one's claims to be that they're goody two shoes and nice, but we know really what they are,
Oh
Chad.
my goodness.
Man, I have Skittles right now, and they're so good.
She straight up stalked Jamie. She thought he was an easy target, and then she started to get feelings for him, and then that really confused her since she's a vampire. Oh, that's the story. The lieutenant. Oh no, yeah, Lieutenant Dan. That's
Either
the
way,
official story on her.
Sussy Baka.
Sussy, very sussy baka.
Bro,
See,
I
it
I like
started
my.
out. It even started out. It even started out with her being.
Weeb with the fan art. Yeah, fan club.
What the heck?
Hey, any
All right,
questions, guys?
Yeah, what
Okay,
would you ask her?
from Wolf Ears, if Dita could cast a spell and kill all Inquisition members, like that, would she do it?
Oh, would she do it or how would she do it?
Would she?
Oh, I think that answered our question.
Wait.
I
tell me
think
the
that's
second
answered.
one.
Yeah, the second one.
It's interesting. During the non-canon beach episode, I explored a little what would happen if Dita actually confronted an Inquisition member with one of the new students being Inquisition, and they almost fought. They almost straight up fought. So
Oh, no.
Dita, yeah. So once these if the new students come in and they're like Inquisition, like it's not going to be pretty with Dita.
So you want to kill
she-
Inquisition?
She wouldn't want to kill them, but she
But you wouldn't
she
care
would
if one
want them,
died.
but she wouldn't care if one died. Yeah, like, they kind of kind of deserved it. They kind of deserve it.
We lost her.
We lost.
Yeah?
She was good, but then this happened.
My
It-
goodness.
Historical-
If it's Inquisition, then she has a big problem with them. She does not like Inquisition at all because of what she's gone through, what her people's gone through, what she's seen other people going through. Like, they don't deserve that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
It'll be interesting when you get confronted with people with the religious movement versus like more of a political movement.
Oh, she hated the hand of Zagreus, whatever, that
Zarus?
graffiti
Zarus?
in Fallbrook. She kept scowling at it every time and she passed it
Mm,
because she knew what that meant. She knew it meant Inquisition.
Interesting. You're gonna have an
But-
interesting time when you meet the Inquisition members because there is a distinct difference between like people who are like trying to push one ideology or thing versus the other. But yeah, continue.
But
Alright.
going back to the original statement, no, she wouldn't kill, but she wouldn't actually like care, I guess, if one like died
Okay,
or not.
mhm.
But
I'm gonna expand on this. Okay, Abagua is been taken over by the Inquisition. Your family is trying to do business. Your family's getting shut down by them. Okay, the Inquisition is doing nothing but killing people. You were given the keys. Listen, Specca contacts us and she's like, "Yo, Session Academy buddies, I got a mission for you. We're gonna fucking take down the Inquisition." And then it pans over to you. "Oh my God, we need you. If you choose the mission, if you so choose to accept, we need you to off all of them in the castle." Would you do it?
Maybe their air supply would be in limited quantities in their rooms while they slept at night.
Wow.
It depends on what they did personally to her. Like, to her and her family.
So it's
Yeah.
like blind hatred then.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty blind hatred. Okay. All right. So that's her line. She said, "These guys are bad. Fuck them." Yeah, got it.
If she has actually seen them actually do bad things, and they pose a problem, they pose a danger to her and her loved ones, then she would have to do something about it.
Well, I mean, the whole fucking area is a danger to the loved ones. I mean, it's the Inquisition. Let's be honest. Fuck. But yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, you guys are okay, cushy a little bit because whatever, you're paying off the right person. But as soon as that stops, take them all down.
She doesn't know what her parents are doing in the background, so yeah. So as
Right,
long
right.
as,
Yeah, we're just
they don't-
speculating. Yeah.
Yeah, we're speculating.
Yeah. But yeah, as long as they don't get in trouble, you're okay.
hmm
You won't off the Inquisition just yet. They're tolerable until they fuck
Not
with your
just yet.
family. Okay.
hmm
All right. You're biding your time.
My goodness.
So
You're
wait.
supposed to be the
So this is
chosen one,
premeditation.
Dita, You were supposed to be the nice one, Dita. What are you doing? What are you thinking?
No.
But she would. It doesn't mean that she would be okay with it, though. She would cry about it afterwards.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next question.
Next question. From Darkslayer24. Would Dita be excited for the new cadets, and who would she like to have in Ardent Vale?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I actually did not I didn't meet any of the new cadets on purpose, and at least not until like the beach episode, at which case, you know, it was fun and I just wanted to participate. But I have no idea who any of the new people are. So, and Dita would be extremely happy and excited to meet new people. She's always happy to
Unless
meet
they're
new people.
Inquisition.
Unless they're Inquisition. If she finds out that they're Inquisition, she's gonna fight. She's gonna avoid them until it's inevitable. And
What if
then
they're in your
she's gonna
squad?
Be like, oh fuck! Oh fuck!
And you're number 2. Are you
Let's
just
not
gonna
get-
like kill them in their sleep like you said you would?
No, not unless they did something, you know, that would, you know, prove to her that they need to go.
Does ignorance count?
No.
Are you sure
maybe.
about that?
It depends. No, ignorance doesn't count because Dita's pretty ignorant herself. So Dita's pretty like blind to some things.
Shh, wolf ears. Shh.
What the fuck? What is Wolf? What are you talking? What are you saying?
Alright.
You're planting the seeds of discourse.
My goodness.
Go on, do it. Let's see what happens. Let's RP it out.
You
Let's see
don't
what
tempt
happens.
me, Dita. I just might.
Oh fuck! It would actually be a good story arc for her though to learn acceptance, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
I
who
mean,
knows? It might actually turn out to be a good thing. We won't know until RP happens.
RP.
That's the beauty of RP. It just happens in the moment.
alright. What? Oh, from Garp? What did she think when they killed Chipz and he returned broken from the torture?
Hilariously, I was there, invisible. Oh, goodbye, Core. Okay.
Oh.
I was there invisible because Dita was with the other team, was with the team that was escorting the kids out as being a decoy. So during that transition, like half the team was out in the woods, and then there was the others that were in Castletown or the like Fallbrook.
Yeah.
So I was invisible during that whole thing, and I was watching it go down in the cellar. At the precise moment that Chipz gets ashed, I found the geometry in the wall, and that lets me fall through the world, and I missed it.
No!
It's on my POV because I'm seeing the confrontation. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Whoops! I fell off the world. I teleport back up. Chipz is nowhere to be found. I'm like, what the fuck happened? What happened? And I had to pick up context clues. When she first heard of what happened, she thought it was a mistake. She couldn't believe that Cortez actually like offed Chipz, because she knows Cortez. She knows that he wouldn't exactly like do it.
Cortez hardly
He's
believed
weak,
it.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
he can't even do a push-up,
Even
bro.
Cortez hardly believed it. Like she knows. Like she knows that he something had to have happened. It must have been like a mistake. It must have been like an accident or a mistake, because she knows he wouldn't have actually done.
He's not
done
that. He's not that
so
good.
what's the real story here? Like, where's Chipz? Come on, where is he? Like, stop hiding him. Oh, is he actually dead? Well, what happened? What what happened down there?
I killed him.
She couldn't believe what, the actual story that was being
So,
presented, even if
so,
it was the truth.
so no, because this is why I'm upset, right? Because the story goes, and I really haven't talked about this to anybody, but the story goes, Jamie kills somebody we don't know. Everyone hates him. Our own people killed Chipz, but because he got in the way of Ascension Academy's business, he deserved it. But I've been with you guys and your friends for 3 years. For 3 years.
She was sad.
And I was abandoned, bro.
We didn't know where you went. First of all, you just ashed into dust and
I
blew
got
away with the wind.
killed!
So we didn't know. We didn't know where you went. If you did get killed, we didn't believe you were dead. There was no way Chipz could have died. I think that was the main discrepancy here.
Am I just
there's
like
no way
a
Chipz is
thorn in
actually
everyone's side? Of the
No,
yeast,
the
the
thing is,
fungus
I
that
think-
never goes away?
No, I think they were trying to give you more credit than that. They were like, no, Chipz couldn't have died. He's a vampire. Isn't he supposed to be like strong? How could he have just turned into dust and blown away? It must have been some sort of trick. It must have been some sort of something that we're not putting pieces together. But there's something behind this. It can't be that he's actually dead. I think that's where a lot of people were thinking.
Okay, sure, people could be in denial, but I can remember all the times where like our fellows have done something. Like I got castrated for putting the group.
Castrated?
Okay,
Castrated?
yeah, okay, that's a little hefty of a word, but like, you know.
You were the one who used the word.
All right, it was like sure, it's a little aggressive, but I felt like that sometimes. I got
Okay. I'm with you, Core. I'm with you. I'm like, what the fuck?
Is neuter
What the fuck
better?
just happened?
No?
You were
No?
put on a spit. You were put on a spit.
Okay.
Let's say.
Anyways,
For
yeah, so I always got in trouble, you know, for like doing anything. Man, I totally lost my train of thought. You guys threw me for a loop. I didn't even know I said that word. It's like it was just kind of.
the first
Okay.
thing you said was Chipz was castrated. I was like, when?
Okay,
What?
well, he wasn't actually castrated, but okay, he got in trouble because when we were doing the Garm fight at the town, when we went to go, you know, save the village or whatever, to go find who was there, and then we go there, Garm attacks, and he got in trouble for saving Gallant's own squad mate, okay? Because I was putting other people in risk to save the other guy. I quit. I'm out.
Did-
I'm out.
Dita didn't see it like that.
Dita's-
She went. She went.
She's had enough, Dita, of abuse in this academy relationship. Can't take it.
Dita didn't see it like that. She went up to you and put a shield around you to protect you that day, during the Garm attack. Remember? Like she was protecting everyone, and she thought what you did was noble. You went back for her people.
I'll
Aw.
sit down for you, okay? But only for right now.
Like she thought
this the
you
crash
got
out?
she thought you got
It's happening.
silver in your lungs after all that yelling, and she was like, okay, do you need air?
So, listening to you talk, it sounds like a lot of the information was hard to keep up with in Fallbrook. Mm.
No one ever tells Dita anything.
So, do you think being number 2 now will help that?
Probably because now she's in the actual room where
I-
the information actually can get circulated.
Can you promise that you're going to do a better job regurgitating the information to your fellows?
Well, she's been doing a good job, like telling Dars and telling other people
All
as
right,
soon as
all
she
right.
sees them.
Okay.
Like,
Well, because, right,
as soon
that's-
as she sees
that's the
people,
issue.
she tells people. Mhm.
Right? Like,
Unless people actually actively tell her not to see something, she will tell. She will tell
Right.
people.
all right. Got any more questions, Cor?
Yep,
Yeah.
we do. What does she think of the judge, jury, and executioner mentality that seems to be plaguing some of the students? I don't know if Dita even knows about that.
Oh.
No.
That's from Wolf
She
Years.
doesn't. She doesn't.
What do you
She-
think then?
Am I back?
Yeah, back.
Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. What I think people are going a little stir crazy, and they need to like roll back a little. Dita, if she finds out about it, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with everyone? Can't you just like chill out for a second and just like capture somebody and then ask them questions before you kill them or something?" Hello.
Okay, do you think we've lost our
Mhm.
way? Like, just over time? Over time, it's just killing people over and over and over again? We're just dead?
Probably. It's a military. She thinks that. Okay, so it's a military academy. If you sign up for a military academy, you follow orders. The orders didn't say to actively kill people, right? But people are taking it upon themselves to do it anyway. So they should probably take a step back and reevaluate some things. Like, were you ordered to do this? No.
Oh, you think we're purposely looking for combat? I mean, you're right. No, I mean, the Garms thing we did kind of force combat, did we not? I mean, we didn't have
Mhm.
to fight that fight. We chose to fight that fight. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. From Ronald. Has Dita ever regretted being at... What's that? Oh, that's an emote. Ascension. Either during GMA or during her transfer year. Oh, ever regretted being at Ascension?
No, she has not regretted it, and she has not regretted coming to during the GMA. She did not regret going because it opened up it broadened her horizon. She got to meet new people. She got to step out of her comfort zone. And she hasn't regretted transferring over, at least not yet. There hasn't been something that has shaken her that much that she would have regretted. Is it going there? If maybe, with how much, killing and how much, well, now that you say that we're going to the north and fighting and killing is going to be inevitable because we're actually actively going to war,
Yeah.
it's going to challenge her. It's going to challenge her worldviews. It's going to challenge. I'd say.
This can be fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that hasn't offed anybody at this point. I think most people have had the pleasure.
Pleasure.
She's looked the other way. Ida looks the other way. But
That's right.
eventually she's gonna have to face the facts and see it. So.
All right. From Scoodle Doodle. If Dita learns more dark magic, what kind of spell does she want to learn?
Oh,
That's a good one.
illusion magic. She already tried speaking with the illusion teacher, and he was supposed to have taught her, but he's gone now. And she has tried talking with Lenneth to see if he would teach her some illusion magic through dark magic. But she did try. She did ask one time for medical reasons. She went up and asked oh no, Pulsifer's character. Oh my god, what time is it? It's 1:02. Holy shit,
Victor?
bird brain. Victor,
We're almost done.
thank
We're
you.
almost there.
Yeah, no. She did ask Victor if he would teach her blood magic or flesh weaving for medical reasons, and it was a solid no. But she found out that, you know, it could be taught because it's a dark thing, but because she's not a vampire and it's a closely guarded vampire secret, then and she would be actively hunted down for it if she did learn, then that's a no-go. But that would have been an avenue that she would have wanted to go down for medical, for like healing people through blood magic and flesh weaving.
Yeah, vampies have control of that shit. Unless you want to be indoctrinated with the 50. What is it? 80, 20? What's the percentage rate of chance? I don't know. You roll the dice.
Oh my god. She's
I think
okay
only
being,
you know that, right?
But yeah, I'd have to
she's
look at the
okay
doc.
being halfling. She's okay being a quarterling.
A quarterling vampire?
half halfling, half human?
half halfling, half human, half vampire.
What happens
Wait,
if
wait,
she's a half halfling? She's a quarterling. She's a
My
quarterling. She's a half
goodness.
halfling.
All right. Lieutenant Dan asks if Dita were to arm wrestle with Hoshi.
What?
I'm pretty sure Hoshi would win. Like the Dita's like a little stick.
Have you
She
seen
has
Buff
to
Hoshi?
actually like start training her actual like combat because she's too magic heavy, and if there's gonna be wild magic up in the north where magic's gonna go fritz, she's gonna be kind of a little useless up there if she doesn't brush up on her CQC.
A lot of people are going to be hecked.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just a little stick figure, a little waif. Hoshi would probably like win.
Magical cat girl powers.
All right.
Any others?
Yeah, a couple more because we want to get Dita to bed so we don't like ruin your circadian
I
rhythm.
also have class. To teach tomorrow, so.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's hurry it up,
Teach.
Spitfire. All right, let's get the big ones.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm a wood carving teacher.
Oh,
That's actually
nice.
cool, yeah.
We have a lot of wood lore. I'm sorry.
Wood lore.
Yeah, we
Lore
do.
boy
We
He
do.
said that.
I love showing off my wood lore.
Candida hit the
We
gritty.
all-
Unfortunately, I don't
What's
have the full
wrong
body
with
to
my
do
wood
it, but-
lore?
It's fine.
Does your wood have lore?
I may have said that a couple times.
Okay. Was it the same wood that you pissed? Never mind. I still remember Adita's first interaction with Chipz was at the rune tree. It was like, "Do you piss on it to make the runes glow?" The conversation was something like that. It was like, like the tree is your territory. You mark the tree as your territory.
Oh, I
What, did
marked
you
the
piss
tree
on it
as
to
my
make it
territory.
glow?
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what the conversation was. But I still distinctly remember that was Dita's first interaction with Chipz was at the tree.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. That's funny.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's good.
Wolfiers asks, she mentions following Stark when Stark speaks. Is there anyone else she will just follow?
Oh, interesting.
So Stark, she held in high regard. Mason, always.
True.
We love
Mhm.
Mason.
Hilariously, the Black Student Union. She, Nerali, Mason, and Ryder.
Wait.
She,
Okay. Fair.
you don't,
Fair.
you don't know about the
You
Black,
trust
the Black
your-
Student Union?
Oh no! Ryder tried to give me a card one day, and I was like, "Nah, thank you. I appreciate it."
What the
This
fuck?
card?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
But yeah, she listens to authority. So any leader that she would probably follow the
Does she trust the
orders of.
professors?
She does trust the professors,
Ooh.
especially Barian. She trusts Barian. She trusts Barian. She trusts Cassidy. Cassidy saved her life during Fallbrook, so she trusts him. Even though it was Cassidy who made the decision to hold on. There's something in my eye. It was Cassidy's decision to let Arbor go, and so she was really mad at him for that.
We're losing her.
Sorry, did you hear me?
No. No.
Oh fuck! There was something in my eye. Sorry, I had to fix it.
There you go.
problem.
She trusts Cassidy, even though it was Cassidy who made the decision to let Arbor go during Fallbrook. She was really mad at him for that, but she still trusts him, and he saved her life during Fallbrook from getting, like, her head popped off by one of those big vampire things. So she does trust the teachers.
So she's not a teacher hater like most
No.
of the rest of the students.
Nope. In fact, she holds oh no, I'm losing names again. Oracle's character.
Oh.
Nisha?
Nisha. That's
Nisha.
one.
She holds Nisha in very high regards.
Hmm. All right. Squidle. Stoodle. Asks, ooh, what does Dita think of when Chipz and Dars were sitting outside of the room where Jamie was getting talked to by Barian after the murder, and Chipz was like, another day in the office?
Well, that's very specific.
She was distraught. She couldn't believe. Well,
Well,
she could
explain what
believe
happened?
that's
I'm a little lost.
So it was when Dita first found out that Jamie had actually murdered the stalker lady. Because earlier that day she did find Jamie. He was walking back from he was at the scene of the crime, okay, with Misty and Dars, and we were all having a nice chat, like, hey, are you okay? Did everything go all right? Would go with the lady? Yeah, everything went all right. On our way back, Dita confronted Jamie and said, are you sure everything's fine? Where'd the lady go? And his response to her was, she won't be bothering me anymore. Okay? And Dita had no reason to not trust Jamie at that moment, because Dita knows that Jamie doesn't lie. So if she's not gonna bother Jamie anymore, then okay, then I guess everything was resolved.
Gucci,
Everything's good? She resolved? Okay, yay, okay. And she didn't think anything of it. Later on that night, I was about to log off, and I hear Barian say, Jamie, you are hereby arrested for the murder of a Fallbrook citizen. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I rush out the door, and there was like the armed guards right in front of the door to Vanguard room, and Data was like, can I go in? Can I talk to Jamie? No, nobody's allowed in anymore. He's like, no, what happened, Jamie? I thought everything was cool. I thought everything was resolved. So
Everything
she
was
was
not
very
in
distraught.
fact cool.
Oh, well,
I
my
mean,
God.
it depends on which point of view. If you were on Jamie's point of view, then yeah, everything was resolved, everything was cool, except somebody
I'm seeing a
ratted him
trend
out.
here.
Somebody.
All of our serial killer people are going to go to you and ask for advice, and they're going to be like, so should I do this thing that would make my life easier? And then, of course, you'd be like, as a friend, be like, of course you do the thing that makes your life easier. And then they're going to be like, thank you, Dita, for the advice.
Thank you. You gave me validation. It's
And then they
like,
go
okay,
kill somebody.
what
and
did I just do now?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Dita,
And
for
then
giving me
like,
the
oh,
reason.
That's not what I meant. Oh no. That's not what I meant at all.
No.
No. But yeah, she was extremely distraught about the news. So
Rightfully so.
Mm-hmm. Well, do we have any others? Or I think it's about time, though, because I want to get poor Dita to...
Is she a CAF hater? No, she is not. Why would she?
Good point. Why
Why
would
would
you?
she hate the CAF?
Oh, well, they
Why would
mean
I hate the
because the
CAF?
academy. We have a lot of people who don't like the academy. The CAF, at the academy. They
Oh.
don't like CAF
Mm. They're
doing their job.
they're just like any other army, right? They're just
Fair, fair.
yeah. They're the administration. So why would she be mad at them?
You weren't there when they arrested their headmaster, so they're still mad about that.
Nope.
So yeah, you
Nope.
don't care, not your headmaster. That's such a generational thing, dude. It's like all it takes is one generation, just 1 year off, just like doesn't care.
It's not like she doesn't care. She doesn't know. Like I heard
Well,
about
right.
this previous
I mean, yeah.
headmaster and what happened, but like since she's not emotionally invested, she doesn't know who the previous headmaster was. So she doesn't
why
know.
would you?
Like okay, so I
Yeah.
guess did he do something wrong? Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Fair.
Alright.
Just listen to Jamie. Thanks, Imagine. That's what happened. She did listen
Always
to Jamie.
listen, Jamie. Yeah,
And look what happened.
exactly.
I think
I mean, everything
this
was
is,
resolved, and then people got
Good.
got their noses in none of their business.
okay. I think this is the last one.
Okay.
Yes, she has a black card. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Based
where's
on
the
previous interactions.
camera? See?
Hmm?
Official BSU black card. Has the names on the back too. Okay. What was the question? Sorry.
Alright. Based on previous interactions, does Dita think that Darth would ignore her to follow Vivina, and is that an issue?
Ooh, that's a good question. No. No, she doesn't think that Dars would ignore her to follow Vivina, because hopefully Dars would, keep her feelings in consideration. And so far, that has been proven true. Dars and Dita have been pretty tight knit. That was just that one time, and I'm pretty sure it was Dars had thought that was for Dita's best interest, because Dita did technically like interrupt that conversation with Vivina and the noble guy and stuff, and Dars was just trying to be like, shh, she's got this, shh, it's fine. So she doesn't think that's going to be a problem.
All right.
What,
I mean,
what was the second part to that
let's
question?
be honest, though. I mean, we've all been in relationships, and if your significant other tells you that you're not friends with that person, do you dare?
You're not going to tell me who I can and cannot like. Just because you don't like that person doesn't mean that I don't have to like that person.
Well, I meant more, I guess, Dars. What if Dars didn't want to, would you be upset if Dars started to put distance away from you? Hell, if anybody that was your friend started putting distance from you.
Dita would have a problem. Yeah, Dita would have a problem with that. She'd actually.
Would you straight up be like, "What's going on here?"
Dars. Yeah, like Dars. Why are you ignoring me? Why? I thought what is going on? Is there?
Well, it
did
sounds
I
like
do
you have
something
a
wrong?
straightforward.
Did I make you mad?
Sounds like you have a straightforward friendship then with Dars, like more so than most people.
Mm-hmm. So Dars actually like confides in Dita and they talk a lot behind the scenes.
There's more like actual substance there than just superficial niceties. Okay. So Dars, you'd probably say Dars is closer. Like, okay, if you had to make a best friend list, because I'm trying to get to know.
Unfortunately, Dars does rank in front of Jamie.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it sounds
in
like
the best friends list.
Yeah.
But only because they haven't spoken. Like Data and Jamie haven't spoken enough to actually get that rapport, and it's mainly because the universe seems like it doesn't want them to talk at all, because every time they've tried to talk, it's been interrupted.
Got it. All right, so he's up there as one of your good besties then. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's easier to talk to like a bestie and be like, "Yo, what's going on, schmack? Why don't you like me right now? What's going on?"
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Faux sure. All right. Well, I think is that all of them?
Any others?
I think we might have reached the end. I think so. I think we good.
What do I prefer more in RP? Combat, social, or exploration? A healthy mix of all of them. Even though I can't do combat RP for shit, I'd like to. You know, I'm getting better at it slowly but surely. But I prefer doing the what's it called, the support to combat RP.
Right. Right.
And I do like the social interactions, and exploration's always fun. So
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, combat's not. I don't know. I like combat, but it can be tiring. I'm actually dreading all the combat coming up. I'm not in shape, and we're gonna be sweating our
I was
asses
actually
off.
surprised. I was actually surprised that almost all of in the GMA arc, almost everybody went to in the combat, and Dita was like the only one who didn't enter the combat tournament. Because when it was pitched to me, it was pitched to me like the Triwizard tournament. There's gonna be
Mhm.
like four events. The combat tournament was just gonna be one of them, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I don't have to participate in one. I can do the other two or three.
And you did.
It was the monster hunt. Yeah, and I
Yep.
did. And there's the monster hunt, and whatever the other one was, the very last, the maze run at the very
Yeah,
end
the maze run. Yep.
was fun.
Yeah, the God, the duels took forever. In hindsight,
But the duels
it
did take forever.
dragged on.
But that was because I think
forever.
everybody signed up for it.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, well, I should have realized. You know, that's my fault.
Like everybody was for combat. I was like,
Yeah.
what about the other things? No, okay.
Man. Well, I thought we could like go through them faster, but people were having like long, like 30-minute hour battles and shit, and we couldn't. Too
They
many
should have
people to get
had
through.
time limits.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I thought
also
they
hard.
did. Wait, they did have time limits, didn't
They
they?
did have
had
time
like
limits.
A 10
It was
minute.
too long. It was too long.
Oh,
Wait,
10
we had
minutes
too
is
many.
long. Okay.
Yeah, well, because we had to go through how many, right? And we had 1 day per week, and then you have to do mornings, right? Which you're not starting combat until about 30, 45 minutes in, right? We have our morning announcement, the bell rings, and then it's combat time. You have combat for 2 hours, so you try to get people in, but you're not starting right away. And then you have like the getting people on and then off, and then the monologues before and after, and then the starting point. Like it's never, it's just like running any event.
Right.
It just takes forever. There's minutes in between. So though the matches were 10 minutes, it's probably like 30 minutes in hindsight for each one, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't have much to do.
Answer the Specca. Specca's here. Hi, Specca.
La da 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 la da 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 da. What does the Becca say?
Okay.
What does Becca say? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
She didn't pin core. Oh no.
What was Specca's question?
Oh,
I love.
Oh, here it is.
Aw, hi, Specca. I love you too.
We love Specca. We love Specca.
yeah.
Last one because it's Specca.
Abagwin girls.
Yeah, sounds good.
Abagwin girls stick together.
That's right.
Is there a cool fact about Dita, like favorite hobby or food, that we don't know yet?
Favorite hobby, I guess, would be she likes singing. She actually sang. There's a clip of Ryder when he was making up silly songs. Dita outsang him. It was really funny.
Nice.
Yeah, and her mom taught her how to sing. Favorite food? She really likes cookies. Like that's not a secret. She really likes her cookies.
These particular kinds, because not all cookies are created equal here.
probably almond almond cookies.
Sounds good right now.
No chocolate, huh?
Hell yeah. She likes chocolate chips. Yeah. But it's not her favorite.
Gotta have the chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so white nut macadamia is really fucking high up there too. Right?
Really, I'm not a fan of white. I
Uh,
don't like that.
Wait,
flavor.
really?
I don't. I
Really,
don't.
white chocolate
Yeah.
macadamia nuts?
No.
How dare?
No, I don't know. There's something about the texture, like it's a little too. I don't know. It's too. God,
Wow.
the cream
okay.
isn't a good cream for me, and like the nuts like make it like my. It almost looks
What about
like my mouth.
what about the raspberry cheesecake? What about the raspberry cheesecake?
Raspberry
Cookies
cheesecake?
from Subway.
I've
Yeah,
never
Subway has
had
raspberry
those.
cheesecake cookies. Ooh, you should try them.
How much are they?
I don't know, like $1 or at Subway. Or
A
you
dollar?
can
You
get
could
your-
buy something for
you
a
can get-
dollar?
You can get your Subway your sandwich and then you buy like a cookie on the side.
Oh, that's okay. Well, all right.
Yeah.
I might have to try this cookie, but then again, I don't go to Subway that often anymore. Haven't been in a while.
Hmm.
I've been trying to keep
Any
away
other?
from the fast food. It's bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really bad for
Is
you.
Subway bad for you? It's literally just a sandwich.
It's fine. No, the Subway's
it-
fine.
Yeah,
Subway's fine.
yeah, it's a fast food, but it's like somewhat semi-healthy. It's a sandwich made right in front of you.
I went a lot when I was working a lot, but now that I don't go out, I just make a sandwich at home, I guess, versus going to Subway.
Oh man, I can destroy a sandwich right now before going to bed.
Do they still have the $5 footlongs, or is that like a thing of
I
like
made a
50 years
I made a
ago?
brisket.
I think they changed it. It's no longer $5.
$10 now? $10 footlongs?
I don't know how long. I don't know how much it is, but it's no longer
Probably.
$5
Probably,
footlongs.
honestly.
Yeah, I'm very
And they're
confused.
not footlongs. They were proven they were not footlongs. They are 11 inches.
Oh, were they? I didn't know that there was an actual. Okay.
A lot of people actually went to Subway with rulers and measured them out, and the buns, the sub buns are actually just 11 inches. Not.
I want a
not 12,
refund.
not
You know
the
how
full
many
12.
of those sandwiches I've gotten? I'm due at least 1,000 subs, at least.
They got me through college, man. There was a Subway right next to my college. They got that. I went there
So good.
directly after class, man.
Mhm.
All right. Any last questions before?
I have to go. I have to head to bed.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's it. Alrighty then.
Okay.
Well, fuck yeah. Well, we did it, everybody. Start the music. You know what? We need like ending music or some shit. You know, I guess I could put the. You know what I
Yeah.
got? You know what I got? I could do the. What is it? RP baby. Do. But it'd be too hard. I'm getting up. Ugh. Phenomena. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out today. You know, we got another one of these next week. Where were you guys? You're here. We got another one of these next week. Yeah, so keep a lookout. We got a cockeyed little thing here. It's fine. Auto level roll. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Yee, for coming out today. I appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Oh, somewhere. Core's over there. Yep. Core's saying bye. Core, wave. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
And thank you for
Core's
not
over
mass
here. There
murdering
she is.
everybody. I do appreciate it. We did at least one person that didn't kill everybody.
She's trying.
All right, she's on her
trying
way.
Not to.